Our team has been absolutely crushing it on the module development front. We have 6 brand new modules that we'll be releasing over the next couple days, starting today with 2 new modules, the first of which is probably my favorite of the bunch, the Post Filter module, and then we also have the Tooltip module. So I'm going to give you a tour of those new modules, and they're both available today, so you can go update Divi 5 and take them for a spin yourself as well. Divi 5 has an incredibly powerful loop building system. You can construct any type of element, such as this element I have here, which is a column and an image and a group with some text modules and icons and buttons, and then turn that design into a dynamic loop of posts, filling the content of the modules with data from that loop, such as the post title or any post meta and custom fields. And what the new Post Filter modules do is allow you to create forms that on the front end of your website allow visitors to filter that loop of posts and drill down into the post they're trying to find, so they can search the loop, they can filter by category, they can reorder the loop. For example, if you have a loop of WooCommerce products and you want to order by price, you can now order by price. So what I'm going to do here is create a basic loop, and then I'm going to add the Post Filter modules and show you how you can use them to filter that loop. First things first, let's enable looping on this column. And in this case, I'm creating a directory of real estate agents, and I'm going to query the agents post type, which I created using ACF. And then I'm going to plug in dynamic content from that loop. And in this case, I want to use the loop featured image for the image, and I want to use the post title for the agent's name. And then as for location, I'm going to use a custom field that I created with ACF. So I'm going to choose loop custom field, and then I'm going to choose the city field that I created. And then for the number of listings, which is here, I'm going to also use some data from a custom field, which I called listings. And now we have this dynamic loop that's being filled with information from the agent's post type. Next, we will add the Post Filter modules, which will allow users to find the agent that best suits them. They could search them by a name, they can filter by a particular city to find an agent that can represent them locally, and they might also want to order by listings sold so that they can find not only the agent that is local to them, but also the one with the most experience. Let's add the Post Filter module. And then the first thing you'll need to do is connect it to a loop. So you can have multiple loops on one page and multiple Post Filter modules. So you want to make sure that the Post Filter module is targeting the loop you want it to target. So I named my loop Agent Loop, and I'm going to select the Agent Loop. Now when someone, for example, searches using this field, it's going to filter this loop. And by default, when you add the Post Filter module, it comes with a few default fields, and then you can customize these and add additional fields as well. I do want users to be able to search the loop, so I will leave the search field there. That's great. I also want users to be able to filter by location. So I'm going to add a new field, and in this case, I'm going to choose the checkbox field type. And for what those checkboxes filter by, I'm going to choose the city custom field. And now users can click on a city and just get the agents that can represent them in that city. I've also added some categories to this post type, which represent the type of listings that the agent focuses on. And for this, I'm going to switch it to a select menu. I also want users to be able to reorder the list, and for one of those options to be ordering by number of listings sold. So I'm going to add a new field, and in this case, I'm going to choose the order by field type, and here you can select anything that the user can order the loop by. Some of these aren't relevant, so I'm going to uncheck them and just keep the post title so they can order by the agent's name alphabetically. And additionally, I want to be able to order by total listings. And now they can order the list either by name or by listing sold. Now let's see how this works on the front end. First, I can search the loop. So if I know who I'm looking for, I can search for Noah, for example, and that's going to give me his listing. I can also search by city. So if I'm living in San Francisco and I just want to find agents in San Francisco, I can apply that filter. And additionally, I can drill down even further. So if I want to now order by total listings, I can do that. Now I have only the agents that work in my city, and I've ordered them by total listings. And now I know that Jordan Michaels is probably my man. The post filter modules are very versatile. There are additional field types such as radio buttons. You can filter by any type of data, whether it's a text field or a date or a time or a number. Additionally, you can filter by all of the basic stuff like the basic post fields and taxonomies, but also all the custom fields you create in ACF. And you also have full control over the design and the contents of the post filter form. So I can delete elements or reorder them or restyle them. You have absolutely full control. And we're not done. Divi 5 is never finished. We're always adding more stuff, so you can expect more field types in the future, Ajax filtering, etc. But what we have here right now is already pretty awesome. Another new module we added is the tooltip module, which allows you to add a tooltip inside any module, and then when you hover over the module, the tooltip will display in a location of your choosing, and you have full control over the style of the tooltip, and you can nest any module inside the tooltip, which means you can basically build anything. And as like all modules, it can be used inside of loops. So what I'm going to do is add a tooltip module inside of my looped column so that when users hover over the agents in the loop, they receive the agent's bio above their profile picture. So let me add the tooltip module inside of my looped column. And when I add it, you'll see all the tooltips. They're visible in the builder so you can see what you're working with, but on the front end, they're going to appear on hover. Next, let's plug in that dynamic content from the loop. In this case, the agent bio is a custom field called quote. So I'm going to choose that, and now you can see that being populated, but it's a bit too big, so we're going to reduce the size to a max width of 200 pixels. And I also want to center the text, so we'll do that. And I think it could use a bit more padding. So let's add 15 pixels of padding on all four sides. And also let's add a drop shadow. And then let's go see how this looks on the front end. And now on the front end, those tooltips will show up on hover. And as I hover over each agent, I get a little bio that otherwise would have been a bit too big to cram into each of these listings. So it's nice to use a tooltip to display that information. Back in the builder, let's explore some more of the tooltips options. I will click on the tooltip module to display it. You can choose how the tooltip shows up, whether it's hover or click or always. You have control over the location, left, right, top, bottom, center, inside, outside. You can adjust the tooltip delay and the distance from the parent module. You can also enable tooltip arrows, which I think is good for this use case, and also change the arrow's position. Additionally, you can leverage all of Divi's design options. So if I want this to animate when it appears, I can enable a folding animation, and then we can check how that looks on the front end. You can see that as I hover over the agents, the tooltip now has the arrow and it displays using that animation. And there you have it, the new post filter modules and the new tooltip module. They're both available today, so go take them for a spin and let us know what you think in the comments. And as I mentioned earlier in this video, we have 4 additional new modules that we will be releasing over the next few days, so stay tuned for that. There is a lot coming down the pipeline. And probably the most exciting thing in the pipeline is the upcoming Divi AI agent. The new agentic workflow for Divi 5 is in many ways the future of Divi, and it's going to change everything. I gave you a sneak peek of that last week, so if you missed the video, definitely go check it out. It's on our YouTube channel. In fact, while I was building the demo layout right here for this video, I started building it out myself. I added the columns, added some border radius. I started thinking about how I'm going to create these nested groups to create this layout. And then I realized about 5 minutes in, I have access to the AI agent. Why don't I just use that? And that's what I did. I said, build me this, agent listing layout. And this is what it created in less than 30 seconds. And I was done. It was awesome. It's a brand new way to work. It requires a new way of thinking about design, but it's going to be critical to master if you want to be competitive in this new world of AI-powered web design. So if you haven't seen that video, go take a look. It's going to pop up in the top left-hand corner of this video. So click that, give it a watch, and then let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks.